Slam wasn't Jeff, it was the other editor.
I'm Helen Keller. What?
What?
If you didn't catch the first of these videos, you might be feeling slightly confused right now, possibly even disoriented. I want to reassure you that as little sense as that probably made to you, it made exactly as much sense to anyone who's already been briefed on stockbroker turned reborn super space Buddha Ryuho Okawa, aka El Cantare, and his kooky anime-producing crossover fanfic religion, which is currently selling a book that literally claims Star Wars is real, in case you were wondering how kooky. I'll warn you now, if the 7-digit timestamp on this thing didn't warn you already, the first 3 Happy Science movies did nothing to prepare me for the howling vortex of madness that is the next 3 Happy Science movies. Over the next hour and change, you're going to watch this cult move from aggressively tonguing the balls of Thomas Edison to warning you about the dangers of dodgy religions, unlike theirs, obviously, to, essentially calling for Japan to go to war with China. So,
dude, this is a CIA cult. I am 100% convinced. This is the most CIA cult that's ever existed, okay? 100%.
yeah, there's a lot of minutes and a lot of words in this video, and all of them are fully necessary to fully unpack all of that. I have written each section of this roast to work as a standalone piece that's comprehensible, even if you haven't seen part 1, and I've left marked chapters in the doobly-doo for your convenience if you want to watch them that way. But one of the most fascinating things about these movies is the ways they build on and evolve from each other. So I'd urge you to watch this all the way through at least once. I would also ask you, since this video has to tackle even more demonetizable subject matter and imagery than the last one of these films is like 30% swastika. If you feel so inclined, please, in addition to the usual like, comment, subscribe deal, consider sharing this video with folks you think will get a kick out of it. And
What is going on with this cult?
to everyone who already shared around,
I'm more surprised because, like, I'm more surprised I've never even heard of this before until this moment, because it literally targets all of my interests. Like, all of them. It's like a psychotic fucking pro-war, pro-capitalist. Like, it's just insane. There's a Nazi time machine component to it. Like, literally all of my favorite parts of reactionary politics and reactionary archetypes is covered by this fucking cult, which includes, like, whitewashing war crimes. Like, it's awesome. Absolutely fucking awesome. Greatest cult of all time, straight up.
on part 1, it is only because of you that I had the confidence to follow up on it this quickly. As the biggest video that we've ever made, this is also the most expensive Mother's Basement video.
The swastika is used in Japan for other contexts too. Please, why? Why does this happen every time, dude? Like, I'm sure that they're not using it in other contexts here in this one, dude. Okay? Can you please?
I've got like 4 different editors working on it, and I'm not running a sponsor because the founder of this cult is literally suing his own son right now, and I don't want to put anyone else in his sights. I'm taking a big risk on this series, is what I'm saying. But with your support, it really doesn't feel like it. So, from the bottom of my kokoro, thank you. Alright, enough with the sappy stuff. Let's tear this cult a new one. The first 3 Happy Science anime all examine, from varying angles and focal lengths, the history of humanity, which started on Venus as recorded in their goofy gospel. With their third film, The Golden Laws, a tween time travel flick that strings together tweaked tales of famous religious figures like Disney Worlds and Kingdom Hearts, they finally realized that most people avoid explicit edutainment, actually, and started moving toward more conventional and marketable plot and character-driven storytelling. This has only freed them to make their anime even goofier and substantially less hinged. The Laws of Eternity is another transitional fossil in this evolutionary process. It has twice as many principal characters, and some of them even follow the barest traces of an arc, but its basic plot is identical to that of the Golden Laws. Some kids take a novel, spirit-based invention on a tour through happy science scripture. Only instead of happy history, we're learning happy cosmology this time, and instead of a time machine, we're using Thomas Edison's spirit phone. History's most overrated inventor really did try to build a ghost communicator in his later days, though he never called it a phone per se. His real hypothesis was that a sensitive enough pressure gauge could detect trace human personality in the atmosphere and read that out somehow. But this movie couldn't even put the Edison Museum in the right state, and The Laws of the Sun just blind hucked a dart at the bathroom door next to the board to peg the Incan Empire as 7,000 years old. So by happy science standards, this is actually pretty good research. And that's not even the film's only fun Edison fact.
When Edison invented the gramophone, the first song he recorded was "Mary Had a Little Lamb." Sing it together.
Wait, did I say fun? I meant horrifying. I'm not gonna lie, I heard that behind me in a spooky video game. I would pee. It's enough to spook the film's heroes, a trio of Japanese tourists from Kainan High School Science Club, into leaving for lunch early. Unfortunately, even on the new iPhone hologram, Apple Maps is still Apple Maps, and Roberto ends up leading Patrick and Ryuta down a shady New York alley instead, where they're swiftly ambushed by a racist caricature. Though not one we typically see in that biome. The old shaman lady says she has a message for the kids from Edison in the spirit world, so they follow her back to her hut, somewhere in New Mexico apparently, where she channels his spirit using the traditional Native American ceremony of holding a feather and vibrating.
I am Edison. I have a message for you. There is a new invention.
Okay, this is pretty good. I mean, wait, what the fuck? This is like...
You must. Spirit world.
I mean, isn't that like from Spirited Away or some shit?
It's just making it up.
That is some hilarious fake seance dialogue any way you slice it, but it's extra funny when you know that Ryuho Okawa talks pretty much exactly like that in his spirit interviews.
I love my fellow citizens. God, where? What happened to me? Come on!
The old lady falls over and Ryuta runs to help her, but then their fingers touch instead, E.T. style, and the blueprints for the spirit phone come flooding into his mind all at once. Also, she fucking dies and no one cares.
Are you okay, Ryuta?
Okay, I'm goofing you. She's actually fine. The dub just really oversells her collapsing. But that's not the only line where the tone is a bit off.
I just don't want to give up before I even give it a try.
Well, that's what I like about you. You're different from other smart guys. You really make me want to do something for you.
Perhaps sensing those impending implications, the film's chaste religious love interest, Yuko, chooses this moment to knock on the lab window. And recalling that the old lady mentioned they'd need someone else's help to build the spirit phone, Roberto reasons that because Yuko goes to a religious school and thus knows about the spirit world, she's gotta be the one. As further evidence of this, she coincidentally read about...
Wait, Barack Obama was in it? I missed Barack Obama in the anime? You know what other anime has like world leaders in it? Baki. Baki stole from this too. They literally have stolen from this. This cult is responsible for some of the greatest animes, dude. Wait. No.
Spirit interviews.
I love my fellow citizens.
Oh my God. He actually speaks to Barack Obama. That sounds exactly like him.
I love my fellow citizens.
Oh my God, that sounds exactly like Barack Obama. That's crazy. I did not realize he was dead. That's also better than Steven Crowder's Barack Obama. Let's be real.
God, where? What happened to me? Come on!
The old lady.
Margaret Thatcher.
Where? What happened to me?
Wait, does he write entire books about it? What happened to me?
Come on!
I love, dude, Japan is the greatest country on earth. I swear to God.
Ghost reception, so
Yeah,
God
that's
Eagle
good.
takes them back there to formally start their tour. On the bank of the River Styx, they learn that all souls have these ghost umbilical cords sticking out of their heads that fall off 24 hours after death. Also, across the river lies a hill of golden flowers, atop
Wait,
which...
too far? Sorry.
And recalling that the old lady mentioned they'd need someone else's help to build the spirit phone, Roberto reasons that because Yuko goes to a religious school and thus knows about the spirit world, she's gotta be the one. As further evidence of this, she coincidentally read about the spirit phone on Wikipedia last night. Also, she bumped into Patrick on the way over here, who's being all tsundere about helping with the ghost phone, because he's the film's obligatory skeptic character. But ultimately, he decides to help too, just to prove that ghosts don't exist, Baka. 1 month.
I need to go to Japan, dude. I swear to God. Not only do I need to go to Japan, I need to meet this cult.
Montage and a bout of brain-dead technobabble later, and the phone is done, and actually looks pretty decent for a CGI model from 2006. It doesn't appear to work at first, but Yuko realizes that's just because these silly science boys forgot the most essential step of the boot-up process. Prayer! Must run on Windows Me. And with El Cantare's blessing, they finally get a signal, though my pants wish they hadn't.
Mary had a little lamb,
What?
little lamb.
Thomas Edison greets our hero by his full name, Ryuta Hoshikawa. I see what you did there, movie. Then begins ominously explaining that he contacted them over some trouble before the connection even more ominously cuts out halfway through a sentence. Patrick and Roberto freak out while Ryuta and Yoko try the pray phone again, and while they can't get a hold of Edison, a spirit named
Wait, this is the cult that released the toxic gas in the subway in the 90s? No. No shot. Because if that's the case, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. It's like literally a cheat code where you're a cult and then you get to do whatever crimes you want and no one can stop you, apparently. No, they were rival cults? Okay, I hope they went to jail. This Japanese doomsday cult did a bombing in the 90s in Japan. Oh, Shinrikyo! Omu Shinrikyo literally means supreme truth. It's a Japanese doomsday cult and terrorist organization founded by Shoko Asahara in 1987. It carried out the deadly Tokyo subway sarin attack in 1995, and it was found to have been responsible for the Matsumoto sarin attack the previous year. The group says that those who carried out the attack did so secretly without being known to other executives and ordinary believers. Yeah, right. Okay, fucking sure. Asahara insisted on his innocence in a radio broadcast relayed from Russia and directed towards Japan. Inside the fringe Japanese religion that claims it can cure COVID-19. Let's go! They can cure COVID! Emissaries of a religious group called Happy Science showed up at the ghostly Times Square to deliver a peculiar end of days gospel. They wore golden sachets. Wait, there's a white guy. There's always a white guy. Oh fuck, there's always a white guy at these things. It's like the white dude's at Black Hammer, you know what I mean? How do you find yourself there, white guy? Explain yourself. Like, I need to know.
My name is Cas, Minister of Happy Science. So lastly, let me perform the special ritual of Happy Science.
Bro, it's great. It's so great because it's so awesome. Because like you have everything this cult has ever wanted is wrapped up here. They agitate war against China, okay? And they can do that with the CCP should pay the price, you know, go to Wuhan. And also they can fucking shill like fake cures.
Alcantara fight to drive out communist virus and give you.
You know this is like a 4chan Andy. This is the femboy Nazi. You know what I mean? He's 100% a fucking 1000% 4chan Nazi who like also is a femboy, anime PFP, incel groiper who is like, yeah, this cult's pretty poggers.
All Americans and Mr. Trump, the president of the USA, the light of the Alcantara. So this communist virus.
Dude, white guys in situations like this are always the most wild people too. It's like the Dave Chappelle sketch, the white dude that's you know, in the gang. Straight up. Like converts, reverts, they go so fucking ride or die, dude. His hat says, help God create utopia. At first I thought it said, make America great again. It's not.
I told you, communist virus, not coronavirus. Starting from China, this communist virus is not for you, Americans. Do you remember? This virus started from China, who believe in the God, Lord.
Okay, come on. I want to know the prayer.
Lord Alcantara, may you give us light, give us power, give us hope. May you give us.
Bro, give you a better love, my guy. This is fucking dog shit. Absolute doo-doo butter, dude. What is happening with this? Bro, these cults really need to up their game. This is just absolutely devastatingly bad. This audio is so bad, dude.
Miracles.
He's literally peaking so hard it's cutting out. This is awesome.
As my last message to the Mr.
What?
And to the as my last message to the Mr. Trump, the President of the United States. From today, please listen carefully of our boy, of our boy.
Okay, this stuff is kind of boring. That's why they needed anime, dude.
God Eagle, the highest shaman of the ancient Incan civilization that Ryuho Okawa made up.
Is this Falun Gong? No, this is like Falun Gong, though. Falun Gong is this, but in China. These guys are like the Japanese version.
Does answer and offers to be their guide to the other side. Yuko conveniently learned how to astral project at religious school too, so after about 10 seconds of meditation, everyone's out of their bodies and up in the clouds, where they find a mysterious stone gateway that leads to an ever-shifting city full of business.
This motherfucker said Falun Gong is harmless. Harmless? Falun Gong is harmless? Bro, who do you think funds the Epoch Times, dumbass? They directly help white supremacist organizations all around the fucking planet. What are you, the CIA? What are you doing in here? Coomer CIA chatter, dude. Shenyun Andy. My local town festival had Falun Gong. What the fuck? I thought they were weird but harmless. Bro, they literally they fund Epoch Times. Like, even on that point alone, they're being harvested for organs. Show sympathy. Yeah, right. Falun Gong believe mixed race people can't go to heaven. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, they're just harmless, bro. Yeah, Falun Gong. The organ thing isn't real? No, dude, what the fuck?
Business ghosts who don't seem to realize they're dead yet. That's pretty metal, actually. Patrick starts freaking out again about the whole freaky situation, which is understandable, but then he calls Roberto Chubface, which is just uncalled for.
By the way, at least they included like brown people in this time. Notice how this is the first iteration of the anime where there's like non-white individuals, because leading up to this it's all white. Buddha white, fucking Moses white, every homie's white.
And the damnation mechanics of the happy science afterlife, if you're in a bad mood ever, you go straight to hell. Seriously, that's how it works. Don't allow for the he started it defense, so after a couple seconds of bickering, a sinkhole opens up to swallow up the both of them. Luckily, God Eagle swoops in at the last second to save the day and tell us where we are.
Where are we? In the fourth dimensional posthumous realm, where people who have just died come and experience the surprise that they are spirit.
This is fucking, dude, this is ridiculous, okay? Like, absolutely fucking ridiculous, dude. Reports on systematic organ harvesting from Falun Gong prisoners first emerged in 2006, but the practice started at least 6 years earlier. Several researchers, most notably Matas, Kilgore, and Gutman, estimate that tens of thousands of Falun Gong prisoners of conscience have been killed to supply a lucrative trade in human organs and cadavers, and that these abuses may be ongoing. This is like one of those things where like they fucking make something up so aggressively that it's like impossible to fucking believe, unless you do believe it, I guess. Holy fuck. This is, oh, yeah. I don't know how, but I've been getting Epoch Times emails last year. How did that happen? Dude, they are everywhere. Epoch Times is everywhere, dude. They have a lot of funders. Didn't Epoch Times outspend Trump on Trump ads on Facebook? Maybe. I saw a procession going through my town with signs that said NCCB. I thought it was Falun Gong. Yeah, they're an anti-China cult that doesn't believe in race mixing, that believes in a bunch of fucking kooky shit. And because they're anti-China, the CIA loves them. Okay. After I won my election, someone subbed me to the Epoch Times for a year. Nice. And they just like make insane shit up. Back in 2017, 2018, I almost started using them as a news source as I was rapidly falling down the alt-right YouTube rabbit hole. Yeah. Epoch Times is the reason why your fucking grandparents are psychotic, by the way. They're worse than Fox News. We watched Epoch Times news or broadcast. But because it's fucking Chinese, you don't understand it. Americans have no way of like recognizing that, fake news or propaganda can exist outside of Fox News. It's like literally looking at, One America Network and thinking like, well, that's what's going on in America. Or not worse than that, even. It's literally like believing everything that OAN says is happening. The video editor in chat, spoiler alert, it's me. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. The Mother's Basement Editors Union that definitely exists appreciates it. Adam Nader, 15-month subscriber. Are you the one who put the fucking slam thing in the other video? Because one of you motherfuckers did that. I don't know who did it, but and is it the slam from the Weasley Little Liar dude? Dude, my coworker used to show me shit from Epoch. I have endless videos of him on QAnon rants, even talking to sales customers about it. Oh yeah, dude. I put the slam in. Yeah, ha ha ha. There you go. Fuck everybody who hated. Dude, that is such a specific sound. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is the fucking Weasley Little Liar dude." Slam. Okay, let's keep going.
Virtual beings.
That's sick.
So it's ghost orientation, basically. But the kids skipped ghost reception, so God Eagle takes them back there to formally start their tour. On the bank of the River Styx, they learn that all souls have these ghost umbilical cords sticking out of their heads that fall off 24 hours after death. Also, across the river lies a hill of golden flowers, atop which sits a massive movie theater multiplex where every deceased soul in existence is forced to sit and watch a movie of their entire life, including all of their private thoughts as commentary, in front of their entire dead family. No, we ain't made it to hell yet. This is still only check-in. After the movie, your family votes on whether or not you go to hell, and if you're really lucky and earn some AmeriClaps from—
Wait, what the fuck? Why would anyone's family ever vote for you to go to hell?
The audience, you might even get an express pass to the upper tiers of heaven. Or you could just think some happy thoughts to get there, like the kids do.
So, is this heaven?
This is the fifth dimension, realm of the good. It is a part of heaven.
Happy Science Heaven is actually divided into several realms, each of which houses a different caliber of soul. For instance,
Bro, I'm going to mega hell, okay? Not even regular hell for all the fapping stuff.
Sole prerequisite to make it to these lush green fields full of bizarrely oversized vegetables is apparently to say thank you a lot all the time for literally everything to literally everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Beyond that lies the sixth dimension, the realm of light, where advanced souls who've become leaders in their respective fields come to study forever, inspired by the divine light of the eternal Buddha. Appropriately, its door only opens to those with powerful dreams. No horny dreams, though. Bad Roberto. After that clarification, all the kids do make it through, and Roberto and Patrick even get to see visions of their future scientific achievements, respectively a spirit energy-based generator and a device that detects impending illnesses at the soul level before they can start hitting your body. And the next dimension up's an even more exclusive club. The seventh dimension, Bodhisattva realm, lies beyond the narrow gate which only those with the prerequisites of an angel can pass through. Obviously, Patrick's way too much of a dick for that, and Roberto's too... Look, we've seen enough of these movies at this point to make an educated guess as to why Roberto...
What are you trying to say, dude? What do you mean to tell me that the only brown dude is not going to heaven? That's so crazy. Remember, first patch of the fucking Mormon religion? Folks, for those of you who don't know, the first patch before they fucking, before they patched it rather, the original version of the Mormon religion, black people were the devil. As a matter of fact, when you became evil, you became black. Yeah. Luckily, they patched it out, but very, very racist original Mormon stuff. Original vanilla Mormonism, very vanilla. Okay? Yeah.
Anyway, helping 10 old and sick people through rehab in a hospital-esque pocket dimension. One monotonous montage later, Ryuta and Yuko both, of course, get the go-ahead, but Patrick gets left behind because he complained about being tired once in his head. And Roberto had a thought about how he deserves some gratitude for helping those people, so sin of pride, he's out too. And after telling them this, God Eagle just abandons the pair of them. I'm sure that's not going to cause problems later.
God Eagle has a straight schnoz, by the way. I mean, like an eagle-like schnoz.
On the other side, Ryuta stumbles into a spirit lab full of spirit scientists and business guys working on spirit stuff, one of whom compliments him on his spirit phone. After a moment, he realizes that guy is Konosuke Matsushita, the founder of Panasonic, who introduces him to Sakichi Toyota and a bunch of other, quote, people who contributed to building Japan's prosperity.
Wait, are they all sun people then? Are they actually Happy Science Andes? No, right?
Apparently.
This guy made my Camry, bro. Straight up. He's responsible for my fucking Toyota Camry. Love that.
In Happy Science, Bodhisattva means billionaire. Suddenly all the Edison worship is starting to make a bit more sense. Speak of the angel and he shall appear.
You never thought angels...
By the way, this is literally prosperity gospel Japanese version, okay? Like, being rich is good, and the wealthier you are, the better you are in the eyes of God. This is just the Japanese version of the prosperity gospel with, like, obviously way more insane and way cooler tweaks to it. But ultimately, it's kind of the same shit. ABAB, all billionaires are beautiful.
Wore business suits and working clothes, did you? Finally, we meet Ryuta Hoshikawa.
Mr. Edison.
Just a side note, Edison was a brunette. It's not clear why they made him blonde and blue.
Oh, it's not clear? I wonder why. I wonder why they did that.
Blue-eyed here. Again, though, we can make an educated guess. It's probably the same reason they did it to Helen Keller. And speak of the angel, it's finally time for her to appear before Yuko and explain exactly what her deal is.
Are you uncomfortable seeing a talkative Helen who can see and hear, Yuko?
Wait, wasn't Helen Keller a communist or some shit? Why would Japanese whitewash? Bro, do you remember who they allied with in World War II? I don't know if you know this or not, but like, there's a lot of fascist shit that goes on in Japan as well. Motherfuckers will literally be like, I don't understand. Like, they're Asian though. Like, as though it's like a painfully Western white approach to seeing the world, where you like weirdly think only like Western white people are racist about like pale skin and shit like that. You know what I mean? Or that other like Asian people can't be fucking supremacist. Bro, Japan is pretty racist, okay? They're kind of like the France of the Asian world.
No. That was all planned before I was born. Angels sometimes do things like that. Yuko, you and I have always been friends, you know?
Friends?
Turns out she's not the only angel friend Yuko forgot about.
3 big ableist myths about the life of Helen Keller. Wait, it's not ableist to assume that she's a communist. She was 16. She was catapulted to national fame, International Socialist Review. Yeah, what the fuck? She had strong personal politics that landed her in the 1949 list of Communist Party members compiled by the FBI, bro. She was a socialist. That's not a... Why did you fucking... Yeah, she is a socialist. Why did you just send this link to me and say she's not a communist or she's not a socialist? She was into eugenics? Bro, back then, who wasn't into eugenics? Okay? I'm just saying, dude. It was the 1880s. It was like the early 1900s, brother. I'm telling you, literally every thinker in America, if you go back and look at the 1900s, and every single American thinker that is prominent was 1000% pro-eugenics. It was considered like the pivotal scientific achievement. People unironically were like, oh, this is like poggers. Eugenicism is like pretty sick. This is like the smart thing. That's why it's so funny when like people who believe in social Darwinism or people who believe in eugenics now or people who are Nazis straight up will then turn around and like point to fucking the founder of Planned Parenthood and shit, you know what I mean, and be like, they were into eugenics. It's like, yeah, that's what every scientist believed. Don't do that. Everyone was bad back then, dude. What do you mean don't do the... No, cancel Helen Keller, dumbass. I don't give a shit. Obviously, eugenics is fucking bullshit. But this notion that, like, it wasn't the pivotal of fucking scientific achievement, and it still exists to this day, too. You want to make fucking superhumans. Don't act like you don't. There's a degree of eugenicism that is still deemed completely acceptable versus shit that's like what the Nazis believed in. Not pinnacle, not pivotal. Did I say pivotal? Hey, Twitter, do your thing, dude. Eugenics and the degree of eugenics that Hitler believed in versus what other people were considering as like the pinnacle of scientific thought is a very different degree. Okay, not everyone who's like at the time who believed in like eugenics believed in, you know, murdering fucking everyone that they declared murdering everyone that they declared to be fucking, you know, too stupid. Back then, eugenics was literally just the accepted science. It wasn't thought of a political belief associated by any particular side. And we still do that. I mean, there's CRISPR gene editing, right? So, yeah, I mean, skull science, craniometry, measurement of the cranium, is a subject of cephalometry, measurement of the head. This is like, it's not phrenology, it's distinct from phrenology or whatever, but like, yeah, this is some shit that people fucking believe in. Bro, the funny thing is, people would literally, I mean, people, what's the idiotic, like, Andy No used to write there, the idiotic fucking magazine that's for all the fucking extreme centrists. They actually wrote an article about this recently. Killette wrote no, not Reason. Killette. Stop shitting on real science. It's been discounted by libtards. That's literally how we discovered cops. So, where was I? So this idea that you're gonna like fucking cancel Helen Keller, like, don't promote Helen Keller, dude. She believes in eugenics, is a fucking idiotic one. Okay, I'm just letting you know. CRISPR isn't bad. Please don't teach that. I don't think CRISPR is bad, but it is a form of eugenics. You could even go so far as to consider, and this is going to frustrate a lot of people, but having an abortion when your child has like a serious fucking genetic disease or disorder to be a form of eugenics, which is why there is a varying degree of eugenics that is deemed appropriate or acceptable even by today's metrics. Also, I don't think CRISPR is bad. I love CRISPR. Shut up. You don't understand anything about genetics. Just talk about something else, dude. Dude, many great geneticists were not eugenics. The eugenics movement was strongly mostly in America and Germany. The most annoying fucking part about this conversation is dudes who come in here to be like, dude, you don't understand anything about what you're talking about, and then fucking lose their shit and then don't actually qualify why. Don't clarify what it is. They just say, you fucking suck. You're wrong. You are literally correct. Chat is just full of semantics, Andes. Yeah, if you apply CRISPR gene editing to an unborn fucking fetus or an embryo, you're technically doing eugenics. Just like if you are aborting a fucking baby, or a fetus rather, before the fetus has viability, or even during, because of a genetic disease that the fetus has, you are technically engaging in the very broad understanding of what eugenics would be. That is just the reality. It is a very broad term. I am still a fan of CRISPR, by the way. I think it's going to be great. I'm a fan, for the record. Like, being able to cure and rid the world of genetic diseases is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. A fan of CRISPR, even though you said it's eugenics? Yes. Yes. Being able to rid the world of genetic diseases is literally is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Okay? Are you fucking stupid? What kind of weird caveman Neanderthal bullshit is this happening in my fucking Twitch chat when you're literally supposed to be like recognizing, accepting, and celebrating the, highest form of technology? No, dude, fuck it. Like, I should get, you know what? Yeah, my grandmother died last month of Alzheimer's. Finally, after 12 years of having Alzheimer's, I should die of Alzheimer's too, I think. Fuck that. Because, hey, some people's feelings will be hurt if we do gene editing. You know what I mean? That's just how it works, I think. That's how we should do things. Luckily, we don't. Luckily, people don't give a shit about random idiots in my fucking chat. Okay? Not even a month ago, like literally 2 weeks ago. I didn't even talk about it because it was a relief. 12 years of having Alzheimer's. 12 fucking years. Dumbasses. Getting rid of genetic diseases isn't eugenics. It's eugenics when it's racist, when you try to breed out black traits, for example. Yes, I understand and agree with that. That is what I was simply trying to explain to people, that like, you can technically consider that to be ableist, or you can technically consider that to be a bad thing. But ultimately, in the broader understanding of what eugenics is, or the way people use it, and this is a semantics conversation, ultimately, it ranges everywhere from trying to fucking kill black people or trying to kill disabled people, all the way to curing Alzheimer's, okay, in the form of gene editing, by editing out figuring out what gene causes that trait to carry on, and editing it out at fucking before childbirth. Like that, it would be eugenics. Why is Chad always playing devil's advocate? I don't know. I feel like Chad is always just trying to constantly catch you fucking up morally, or just argue semantics to undermine you. Because everybody wants to fucking win arguments, no matter what it is on the internet. Yes, CRISPR also, I do recognize that CRISPR could also lead to a Gattaca style. Under a capitalist organization of the economy, CRISPR absolutely could lead to a Gattaca style organization where the wealthy upper class get to have like literally all the fucking traits that we have declared to be good and declared to be useful, practical. Whereas the underclass, the proletarian, will get none of those amenities. Okay, let's keep going.
Honorable Ms. Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale?
Back at the gate, Patrick's starting to get predictably salty about being left behind by all his friends, and of course the impressionable young Roberto gets sucked into that too.
We went through all that trouble, and now we can't even meet Edison.
Then they both get sucked into it, it being hell, where a mysterious mustachioed gentleman appears and offers to help them find their way out, though subtle clues suggest that it might be a trap. Back at the lab...
Wait, did I forget the fucking... Oh my god, dude. I forgot the fucking ad break. I need CRISPR gene editing in my brain to remember the top of the hour ad breaks at the top of every hour. And also, CRISPR might not help you, and gene editing might not help you, but a fucking Twitch Prime can. It's free. You know, you can use that, you can use that. Go check my Twitter. I was in Mr. Beast's Squid Game and you reacted to me, says Eccentric. Donna just saw Mr. Beast's reaction. I was the one who sacrificed him for 456. Go check my Twitter for proof of same name, says Eccentric. Oh shit. We had a HasanAbi head in the Mr. Beast Squid Game, dude. Fuck yeah. Eccentric. Damn, bro. He's just fucking dropping $10. He's like fucking sending me donos over and over again. My man is caked up, dude. I was the one who sacrificed himself for 456. Caked up on that fucking Mr. Beast money, dude. He's got that. Look at that. I got dono wall twice. My dono sag. Bitch, what do you mean? You fucking made like $8 grand from a Mr. Beast video, dude. Stop telling your 12-year-old fans that having $10 is being caked up. No, dummy. That person made it up to a fucking round where he made like $6 grand. That's what I mean when I said caked up. What's wrong with you guys, man? Why can't I say anything? Why? Why is my fucking community so aggressive towards me sometimes, dude? Why can't you do this? Like, why can't we just like, I literally can't make jokes anymore. It's just like everyone fucking constantly is just like, we watched a video. We're watching a video about a fucking cult that like has an anime. And I said, Helen Keller was a socialist or was a communist. And motherfucker, someone was like, that's not true. Look at the Smithsonian Magazine article, which actually said Helen Keller was a socialist. Then someone said, no, actually, don't celebrate Helen Keller. She was a eugenicist. And then we got into this fucking long ass conversation about eugenics. It's just like, and the more I respond to people saying shit, the more people like are like, oh, this is my opportunity to shine. I'm really gonna get him with this one.
Edison informs Ryuta that he's actually from the 8th dimension, Tathagata realm, but he comes down to slum it with the bodhisattvas sometimes when he's feeling bored. After explaining the...
In 10 months, Hasan will be a right-winger? Let's see. This guy's been following me since 8/11/2021. Brother, I've been doing this for years, okay? I've been doing this for fucking years, homie. Years and years and years. If I haven't turned into a fucking right-winger, why the hell would I turn into one now? You've been here for 3 months. I've been dealing with fucking insane, idiotic lefties for years.
Principles of reincarnation.
Anyway, Jogger Kurta and the DC Baller, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
But rather science itself.
Orga Canman, thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
On the material world and ignoring the new frontier of the spirit world. He wants Ryuta to fix that. Suddenly, corporate whistle music kicks up, and the scene turns into a weird TED Talk about how spirit technology can help mankind reach the stars and harness limitless energy and stuff. Like, they're really trying to sell this technology to that they made up in their cartoon movie. It's weird. It's really weird. At the same time, Florence Nightingale's going off on her own tangent about how if everyone only knew about reincarnation, we'd have world peace because everyone would realize that they already know everyone else and they don't want to kill people they already know. Then she details some of the ways that angels go down to Earth to help people, and Mother Teresa arrives to elaborate that some angels even go down to hell to try.
Bro, everyone's a white woman, dude.
To save souls down there.
Mr. Edison, you are the god of science. The greatest scientist of all humankind.
No, that's not true.
That man was Nikola Tesla, actually.
The greatest scientist on Earth would actually be none other than Thoth.
A Thoth? That hoe over there here.
Around 12,000 years ago in Atlantis.
Edison lists off all of El Cantare's incarnations, which I already went over in the last video, and explains that they can all be found in the holiest of spiritual planes, the 9th dimension, cosmic.
Yeah, he's like, he's not the greatest scientist. The greatest scientist is Nikola Tesla, who Edison stole from, among many other scientists. Thomas Edison is the perfect... What? Can you explain in detail the downside of nationalism as a whole? No. Yeah. Thomas Edison is in many ways the perfect. First of all, he's Elon Musk, okay? Like, we have the new era Thomas Edison in the form of Elon Musk. But he's the perfect fucking capitalist icon. Not the guy who actually like spent his life trying to fuck pigeons or some shit because he was truly like deranged and also on top of that like a brilliant madman. But the guy who was just like in proximity of people like that, so much so that they could just, you know, steal other people's work. What the fuck is Thoth? Is it Nazi shit? I don't know what the fuck that is.
However, he tells Ryuta he can't go there because it'd be the spiritual equivalent of diving straight into the sun. He does, however, get to take a spirit elevator up to the 8th dimension.
This is actually the greatest invention of the spirit world. And it's made by yours truly.
Okay, guess it wasn't pride that kept Roberto out of here. Must have been something else. Ryuta heads up in the elevator and pops out to grab Yuko right when her angel friends are telling her that actually she reincarnated with the man she's destined to marry. Ooh, subtle. Together they ascend to the higher realm where they're greeted by a man, and that man is Albert Einstein, who explains that all 500...
Also a socialist. A lot of socialists in this prosperity gospel religion, by the way. Kind of weird.
...ish of the beings in this realm have...
I mean, at least Helen Keller and Albert Einstein were both socialists, so there's that.
...achieved enlightenment and...
I wonder if people yelled at them, too. Einstein, you claim to be a socialist, and yet here you are. You know, living in a house.
...transcended their mortal forms. Thus, there's actually infinity people up there, but also zero. He then demonstrates, using a goldfish, that time is an illusion here, too, so I guess that giant hourglass is just ornamental. Furthermore, he announces plans to reincarnate in the 30th century and build a time machine, meaning he's also Arissa's dad. This conversation raises a lot of questions, but there's no time to answer them because the film just realized it's been 50 minutes since it had a plot. God Eagle pops in to announce that Patrick and Roberto have been captured by demons, and Yuko and Ryuta have to take the elevator down to save them. On the way, they pass through the Hell of Strife, an eternally burning city surrounded by volcanoes that's home to combative and cruel souls. Next is the Hell of the Inescapable Pit, an office complex where demons force people to work really long.
You really are comparing yourself with Einstein, lol? No, you fucking idiot. Here, shut up. There you go, 12-monther.
Long shifts at really cramped desks as a punishment for those who envied happy and successful people and tried...
This is what I mean, by the way, like pathetic fucking losers in my community that have been around for a very long time that literally take everything in the least charitable place. Why? I don't need fucking haters when I have like literally my long-term community members gunning for me, motherfucker. Like absolutely gunning for me to just take everything I say in the least charitable fucking way possible, dude. No, the first one was a joke, but then he fucking unironically kept repeating it over and over again. So, I mean, I don't know if it's a joke at that point.
To bring them down. In other words, Ryuho Okawa built a special hell just for the haters. After that is the Hell of the Bloody Pond, wherein those obsessed with the opposite sex get trapped in a massive, endless blood orgy until they realize how nasty they are. Sounds nice. The elevator then passes a base camp for all the angels Mother Teresa mentioned who delve into hell to save people, before finally arriving in a barren, rocky valley deep in the realm of demons, where their friends are tied up in the gnarled branches of a massive, evil-looking tree. And of course, right as they arrive, they're greeted by the sinister mustache man, who's revealed to be the god-murdering philosopher himself, Friedrich
Nietzsche.
And he's brought a whole army of zombie Nazis with him. But he needs no violence to fulfill his master plan, which was to lure Ryuta here and turn him into an atheist.
Many of your peers on Earth have awakened already.
Freedom of religion also means the freedom of not believing in religion.
I promise you, I did not add that music. Nietzsche argues that a life without God gives people more personal freedom, to which Ryuta retorts, yeah, well, if you're so smart, how come you're in hell then? The mighty light of his facts and logic is so bright that it instantly wakes Patrick and Roberto, blinds the zombie Nazis.
Okay, this is like a debate lord religion, dude. It's like the debate lord's dream religion.
And causes Nietzsche's to pound ground like an angry Dr. Eggman. But our heroes aren't
That's like a Ben Shapiro level argument right there, dude. It's awesome.
Out of the woods just yet. Because wherever you find zombie Nazis, it's only a matter of time until you run into zombie
Hitler! Nietzsche's
Wait. Oh, the Nazis are bad in this? Interesting. Okay. Let's hear them out. First of all, automatically, sorry to report this, but more woke than JoJo. Okay? So far, more woke than JoJo. I'm just saying, okay? It's true, JoJo Sips. It's literally true. This anime now is more woke than JoJo. An anime in which there are good Nazi characters.
Told you, it's easier to use force.
Force, in this case, refers to the giant CGI elephant monster.
It's something that JoJo Sims do not acknowledge, for the record.
Hitler brought with him Behemoth, which engages in a big dumb anime fight with God Eagle, knocking a mountain onto the spirit elevator in the process. Eventually, God Eagle sacrifices himself to stop the beast, but even that only slows it down, prompting Nietzsche to chant his catchphrase.
God is dead! God is dead! God is...
Also, Baki also had a big elephant. A behemoth elephant. A lot of anime stole from this big anime, I think.
Is dead!
But Ryuta ain't having it.
The truth will not die. The truth never dies.
At this point, he basically goes Super Saiyan, and the glow of his hair is so bright that it reaches all the way to heaven, calling down a giant angelic mecha to poke-battle Behemoth on his behalf, which seems to turn the tide, but then Hitler busts out a Z move, and his Heck Pokemon starts belching fire.
I'm just saying, JoJo, an anime where some of the Nazis were good guys. This anime, Hitler is very clearly a bad guy.
Finally! God is dead!
Once again, though, Nietzsche's sprock too soon. By T-posing to assert dominance, Yuko summons a golden shield for the god Gundam, which in turn inspires Ryuta to summon a golden sword to protect her, and the light of them both is enough to blow away Behemoths and vaporize both Hissler and Nietzsche's. With the immediate threat vanquished, the kids hop on the mech to fly out of hell, but they're pursued by a host of demons who begin spilling out after them into the 5th dimension. Good thing, then, that there's a host of angels waiting on the other side, led by God Eagle, who's pulled an Avdol, and draws a cross in the air, followed by a star, to plug the hellhole up with a whole entire mountain.
Why did he send them down again? Like, why did he send them down there? And then only to, like...
The film's not quite over yet, though. The spirit elevator shows up one last time, but this time it's an express ride to El Cantare's Cosmic Realm penthouse. Patrick and Roberto, humbled by their hell trip and reasonably sure they'd evaporate in the God's Sun, both decline the offer, but Ryuta and Yuko head on up, and a schmaltzy musical number plays as they take a victory lap through the realms of heaven, soaring over unicorns and mermaids and into a painting of Ryuho Okawa giving Adam and Eve a bowling trophy? Is that Da Vinci painting? They then pass Helen Keller and the angels, putting on a dance for Aphrodite. The Gundam flies up to see them off. And finally, they swing by Thomas Edison, who's putting finishing touches on some sort of angel energy drink. Also, apparently, his true mission all along was to get those two on the elevator. The reason for that becomes clear once they reach the 9th dimension, where they come face to face with the holiest beings in existence.
Jesus Christ. Confucius. Newton.
And, of course, above them all, we find all the different incarnations of El Cantare, casting their holy radiance down on the globe of Earth. Then the Buddha himself delivers the film's big twist.
Awaken, thought of today.
Which I guessed like the second I heard Ryuta's name. Suddenly, he's standing on a beach in ancient Atlantis, admiring an Atlantean airship alongside his Atlantean wife, who's also Yuko. Now, the dialogue in this flashback is frustratingly inconsistent as to whether they actually are Thoth and...
Why do they all become good or better versions of themselves and immediately automatically are blind with blue eyes? Or blonde with blue eyes?
His wife, or just people...
What? Oh my god, dude.
Who lived in Atlantis and happen to know them. But even if Ryuta's name is just a coincidence, it won't be long before Ryuho Okawa actually goes full self-insert on us. After his vision, Ryuta vows to go back down to Earth and prove the truth that he just learned in the spirit world by living in a proper way. Then...
This is why animating the Quran is forbidden? That's not even true. I remember watching Prophet Muhammad the TV show when I was, or a movie when I was younger. Anne, hatırlıyor musun? Muhammed'in bir tane şeyi vardı, filmi vardı. Çizgi film. Küçükken bizi götürmüştünüz. %100 siz götürdünüz. Beraber gittik, izledik. No, televizyonda değil. The Messenger. No. The Prophet, animating the Prophet is mega haram. Okay, worst thing you can do. So the cartoon actually never showed Muhammad, but only showed him from like a FPS point of view. So they would literally just like, whenever he was like talking or whatever, they would exclusively show it from like a first person point of view. They never show Muhammad. I wonder what it was called. Is it The Messenger? The Messenger's trailer. Wait, what? No way. Is this it?
You will recall...
No. This isn't it. This is not it. This is not it. You see his hands? Is animating Muhammad's hands haram? No, dude. They fucking chada. I mean, dude, this was when I was in fucking Turkey. This definitely isn't it.
Great Lord, and worthy to be praised.
The messengers journey once again.
İzledim ben onu Hasan. Diğer peygamberlerde de yapmışlardı hatta. What was it? They did narrate him, yes. Was it called The Messenger? Son peygamber. Oh my god, I think this was it.
Çok uzaklardan geldiğinizi biliyorum. Unutmayın, ilahlarınıza hediyeler sunarken çok ama çok...
Yeah! They're pagan. They're engaging in paganistic rituals. This is why it's a sin. Like that's why they fucking burn all of these statues and whatnot. Because they're sinning right now. This is a sin. There's a lot of sin happening.
Bu çok iyi seçim Süheyl. Oklara göre kılıç yapımcısını kandırmaya devam edebilirsin. Çünkü...
Evet anne bunu izlettirdi. Siz izlettirmediniz ama ben izlediğimi hatırlıyorum yani küçükken. Allah Allah. My mom is... No, seni görmüyorlar. My mom is like, there is no shot I let you watch this when you were younger. And I'm trying to tell her, like, I remember watching it in the movie theaters. I think I went with Nizzle. Here, I want to find a place where Muhammad is around. Like, I want to show you how they show Muhammad.
Dünyadan gibi değil.
Yani sihir mi?
Bana kalırsa mantıklı tek açıklama bu.
O halde...
Wait, there's the English version. Oh my god, there's the English version.
Pride in supplying water and shelter for the faithful.
Bro, this is incredibly well done, by the way. Like this is not bad. Yo, there's a lot of fucking like religious anime out there.
Now it seems we pride ourselves in taking advantage of their devotion.
I won't listen to this.
He's Abu Jahal. Abu Talib is our leader.
Yes, and he's my brother. But that doesn't mean I have to sit here and listen to false accusations.
The pilgrims would dry up and blow away if it weren't for us. We're worth 10 times what we take. He thinks he can lecture us just because his clan takes care of the Kaaba.
We must change our ways.
Careful, Abu Talib. Change.
Did you watch it in English? No, motherfucker. I watched it in Turkish. It was in a Turkish movie theater.
Dangerous.
Wait, I just want to see how they show you Muhammad.
To him.
Oh, this is it.
There's no such thing as rich. Offered the most beautiful words we had ever heard.
This.
He taught us. All the gods of Mecca are powerless. There's only one God. The God of Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. And you have to surrender everything to him. There's no such thing as rich or slave in the eyes of God.
He's in the room right now, Muhammad is.
And the poor...
Yeah, he's abolishing slavery.
...aren't to be put down and despised. They're to be cared for. The Quran says, in the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Women aren't possessions. They're God's creations and just as important as any man. Respect them. The earth is a gift from God. Treat it gently. You are its caretaker. And remember, you will all be judged according to your deeds. Many became Muslims that night. We showed our faith with a simple pledge.
There is no God but God, and Muhammad is his prophet.
Şehadet getiriyorlar.
There is no God.
Once again, we did it. Oh my god, I am so going to Islamic heaven, bro. Holy shit. The amount of fucking kuffars I've turned into Muslim by debating them into listening to the Shahada is you know, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Mashallah, mashallah. I feel like this was a very formative movie in your life. Fuck no, dude. I was when I was in fucking Turkey, I was the most edgy Reddit atheist you could imagine, okay? I like purposely would tank my fucking religion class because it was like, why are we only learning about Islam if it's religion class? Why aren't we learning about any of the other religions? Like, I was the worst. Okay, I was the worst fucking. You know. Not like a former 4chan browser. It was too early for 4chan. We're talking about like fucking pre-2008. It was literally religion class that made me like the most like edgy atheist on the planet.
But God. And Muhammad is his prophet.
No God but Allah.
And Muhammad is his prophet.
I mean, that's Aladdin, bro. Straight up.
You won't believe it, Amal. He says all men are created equal in the sight of God. You have...
This movie was not made in 2010. No shot. This movie is old as fuck, bro. Yeah, it's 2002, bro. Look, yeah, 2002. That tracks. Yo, this blew my mind. We used to watch this exact style of animation about Jesus at my Christian school I was forced to go to. I think religion class is really good because it straight up, like forcibly teaching kids religion, especially in a formative year when they're like in their anarchist phase, is the best thing you can do. If you want, everyone will turn into at least skeptics. Okay, they will never become like full-blown zealots. No, it was made by Ridgecrest Animation Studios, directed by Richard Rich. What the fuck? Written by Brian Nissen. What the fuck? Who made this? Wait, he played himself too. He played like in the movie. It says English and Arabic, but it was in Turkish as well. VeggieTales slaps so much harder than this. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Yup, Sunday school's what did me. Oh, I had a lot of questions because fucking nothing makes sense and they can never answer questions past the book says so. Yeah, no, that's what it was. That is straight up what it is. I kept asking questions and ultimately it would arrive at a dogma and it like really pissed me off. I would like draw mosques and shit on my fucking religion paper on purpose. It's like the only class I failed. Well, I didn't fail. They gave me a passing C, or rather, in Turkey, a 3. Because we grade out of 1 through 5. I never understood like the whole A through F grading scale. It's so weird. It's weird because like, why do Americans use not the 1 through 5 system? And they grade through like a 4.0 system too. It just like doesn't make sense. Why can't you use 1 through 5? Why is there no E? Why isn't there an E? These are questions I have never understood that. What's up with American schools, man? Why no E? America's weird and make things so complicated so you don't realize how stupid it is. It's just fucking strange. Like, you do a 4.0 system and you do fucking A through F, but no E. And then also, but you can get like higher than a 4.0 with AP classes. anyway.
To take me to him.
I knew you would see the danger of Muhammad's preaching.
Of course I see it. He must be stopped.
You cannot stop Muhammad.
What?
Bilal, come back. You'll be whipped.
They can whip my body, but not my soul.
Fine, then leave your soul there, but get your body back here.
What do you know about Muhammad?
I know he is a prophet.
Prophet?
You see? It spreads like a disease.
The gods will punish you for those words, Bilal.
Muhammad says the idol gods are powerless.
Powerless. Powerless, he says. A slave says all the gods are powerless. Now, what do all of you say about Muhammad's harmless teachings?
Our nephew preaches against us, Abu Talib?
We also believe in an almighty God.
Well, yes, but we don't say all the rest are worthless.
What harm can be done by it? Those who listen to him are the poor and weak.
Not all. They have been joined by Abu Bakr. Oh, yes. Muhammad's mighty friend has also deserted us.
He's only one man.
No! He is the first spark of a flame that must be extinguished.
Yes!
If Muhammad's preaching becomes popular and the gods are abolished, there will be no pilgrims. And if there are no pilgrims, there will be no more us.
This is not very secular though. How is this allowed in Turkey? Bro, you're gonna be shocked to find out that we also have a fucking ministry of religion. Like, the fuck do you mean? Just because a country is secular, well, especially Turkey, is a very unique kind of secularism. But it doesn't mean that, like, you can't watch fucking religious movies and shit.
The messenger of God has sounded the warning call.
What? Is Mecca under attack?
I don't know. Come on. Sumaya, come to the Kaaba. Hurry!
Yasir, quickly, come.
What's going on?
I don't know.
There he is.
Up you go.
See the messenger of God, Huda? There!
He's about to speak.
And then the prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said, "O people of Mecca."
Bro, POV! Muhammad POV! I feel like it's more like it's more of a blasphemous thing to just like be like, you're Muhammad. You know what I mean? Like, make you feel like you're Muhammad.
If I told you there is an army behind the hill coming to invade us, would you believe me?
We would believe anything from you, Muhammad. You've always spoken the truth.
And so he continued.
No, I mean, showing other gods are false and so on. This cartoon would immediately ban in India, bro. Oh, you mean to tell me that in India they would ban a fucking cartoon that shows that depicts the Prophet Muhammad, like a Muslim cartoon? That's surprising. What's next, dude? Are you gonna tell me? Are you gonna tell me that you know, Modi doesn't love Muslims? It's Schadenfreude, by the way, our resident Indian chatter who constantly talks about how the sick farmers are bad and terrorists.
O people of Mecca, I beg you, abandon your gods and worship the one and only God. Save yourself from the fire of hell, for I cannot keep you from God's punishments. I am only like the man who sees the enemy coming and goes to warn his people of the approaching danger in order to save them.
Our nephew is making a fool of us. Stop him, Abu Talib. Woe to you, Muhammad. Have you assembled us for this?
Dude, this is sick. Okay, we'll watch this later. That's awesome, though. I don't know about the messenger shit, but here, let's get back to the fucking cult anime we were watching.
Everyone wakes back up in their bodies. He has a vision of growing up to win the Nobel Prize and marry Yuko. And finally, they go on a long walk out to a field in the middle of nowhere so they can stand there and watch the credits roll. I hope I've demonstrated, if through nothing else than the sheer girth of the roast you just heard, that The Laws of Eternity is substantially sillier than any of the already kooky cult movies to come before it. The movies that come after it, on the other hand, only get weirder. So, the thing about the rebirth of Buddha, okay, it's a couple things, actually. First off, the main plot of this movie, holy shit, the cojones on this cult. Right, so in this movie, there's a new religion whose leader claims to be the reincarnated Buddha, who even has psychic powers, which he demonstrates on television. Obviously, that guy's a fraud.
The TV said that he was the reincarnation of Buddha.
Huh? There's no way that guy can be the Buddha. Because I know the real Buddha is...
Spoilers, it's Ryuho Okawa. I mean, they call his OC Sora no Taiyo, literally the sun in the sky, but they both wear the same gaudy suits, both do the same stupid cross-star exorcism thing, both emotionally manipulate young female celebrities. It's a one-to-one analog, basically. And pretty much the only reason the film gives us to believe that this guy in a fancy suit with psychic powers who claims...
Why did he make himself blonde? Dude, this is so weird.
Claims to be the Buddha is legit, whereas this guy in a fancy suit with psychic powers who claims to be the Buddha is a...
Also, like, is Buddha... Why is Buddha white? I mean, the motherfucker himself isn't even white. Like, what's going on? He legit whitewashed an Indian prince. Okay, but he also whitewashed himself, too. Books about Muhammad, Islam were banned in India even before Modi. Also, I didn't call Sikh farmers terrorists, bro. I said Jagmeet is a Khalistani supporter. I'm on farmers' side. I was linking you articles about how they repealed the farm laws. Okay. I love that his exorcism isn't like, you know, the lame ass Christian shit, the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, whatever, but he does a straight star. That's kind of sick. That's real anime shit right there. You know what I mean? I like that. That's pretty sick. With a fucking sword. Why do Saiyans get blonde hair and blue eyes when they go Super Saiyan? Who knows?
Big fat phony is source dude, trust me. That and the second dude dresses and acts like a B-grade supervillain. Secondly, the B-plot of this movie is, I don't know how to put this without upsetting people. What if Mieruko-chan joined a cult? One day, out of the blue, intrepid high school reporter Sayako suddenly discovers that she can read her classmates' minds and see ghosts. These ghosts are all mangled and dark and spooky and shit. Acknowledging their presence puts her in danger, and when they're not menacing her, they go around possessing other people and causing problems for them. Now, obviously, there are some differences in the lore here. Mieruko-chan's mangled ghosts are products of all different kinds of grisly fates and evil intentions. If you're curious as to what sort of grisly fate, Yazzie analyzes some of their designs in her hilarious new video comparing the Mieruko manga to the anime. Whereas in Rebirth of Buddha, the purpose of all the ghosts everywhere is to literally demonize suicide victims. Content warning if you're sensitive about that stuff, because this movie really isn't.
Suicides can't go to either heaven or hell until they spend their expected time of life in this world. So during that time, they possess family.
Bro, they were keeping it 55th Street. Never commit suicide. Everything gonna be all right. On Crip, dude.
Members, or cause other people to die at the side of their suicide.
It's some real Crip Mac shit right here.
Ugly from now on.
Everything's gonna see all right. Sorry, I said be all right.
All agree that kid going from 0 to ape shit with the baseball bat is pretty funny. 2, though, what the fuck, man? Why does the one afterlife punishment Jeffrey Epstein's not getting gotta be so harsh? To be fair, Rebirth of Buddha does mark the first point in this series where I can honestly call a happy science movie a movie. It's got real characters, an almost cohesive contemporary setting, and a story that's more than an excuse to preach and lore dump. Slightly more, as you just heard. That is still a lot of the movie's runtime, but like, the first bit is just about establishing the characters and the protagonist's big problem. When the evil spirits show up, there's no exposition telling you why they're scary, at least not at first. The movie just does its best to make them scary. Some are at least as scary as any of the ghosts in the actual Mieroko anime, though that's more an indictment of Passion's adaptation than it is a point in Rebirth of Buddha's favor. Still, admittedly, the film is competently executed, at least comparatively speaking. But at the end of the day, that only makes the kooky cult crap stand out all the more. For example, that ghost who pulled Sayako onto the train tracks is decently spooky. Spookier still because it's someone she knew, a reporter she once looked up to named Kanemoto, who offed himself after a misreported scandal ruined his reputation. But before the scares can even settle in, she's inexplicably teleported to an afterlife courtroom where a trio of judgy judges lecture Kanemoto about how suicide's disrespectful to God and tut-tut about all these foolish materialists stinking up an era where the Buddha's been reincarnated. That's foreshadowing, by the way. Then they spring the trapdoor to hell on.
Bro, literally, this is like, they put in so much work. They put in so much work to this fucking cult. Why is nobody joining it? Like, that kind of sucks, dude. Like, they want homies to join so bad that they're like dumping, you know, $1 gorillion into this shit and like only fucking 30K people. Wild. You want us to join because I'll do it for the lols? No, dude, I do not want you guys to join it. Bro, oh no, they did the cardinal sin. I just realized why people won't join it. It's like One Piece. The lore is way too massive. So it completely shuts off people from wanting to fucking join it. Because like nobody wants to watch that much content. Oh my God. It's like 1,000 episodes. So it's like, nah, dude, I can't fucking join the One Piece cult, dude. It's fucking bullshit. They're lore dumping, dude. It's too much lore. That's right. Bro, Chad forgot the whole reason we want to convert is alien Catboy Satan. Yeah, people don't join because they're always stopped by the ad at the top of the hour every hour. Yeah, I mean, actually, you guys are going to get fucking mad at me, but like, not only is that the last ad, at the top of the hour ad break, I'm going to do the last ad break of the day right now because I got to go to dinner with my family. Even though I already ate, so I'm not even going to be eating, but I'm going to go hang out with them. I don't think 30K is a respectable cult size. I feel like it's not that big. I'm going to hit that anyways here. Okay, here it is. But hey, listen, we got content lined up for tomorrow. So there is that. We got Prophet of Muhammad. What do I have to do in the morning? No. We're good. We're good on that. Didn't do the no podcast this week for Leftovers. No podcast episode this week for Fear and Malding because Will's not here. So, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on, and tomorrow, tomorrow I'm still gonna do a stream, obviously, and we'll look at that. We'll look at some other stuff tomorrow.
Stunning lo-fi
and that's all I got for now. I hope everybody keeps it 55th Street. Thank you, iKid Nichols, for the 10 gifted subs. Okay. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Stun lock to the stun lock to the top, it's just begun. There he is again, the sun is streaming, the sun is streaming. There he is again, the sun is streaming, the sun is streaming. Reviewing the P.O. box, Uncle Euchre's face. Sudden discord agitprop, gray names take on race. Tiny Bernie Sanders, LGBTQ Air Force. The whole left at your fingertips, and Anya out your door. The H3 Crowder debate, the Young Turks online show. 3 full fucking years of this, and plenty more to go. 90-day fiancé, talks of champagne bourgeoisie. A Trump rally live reaction, a mass riot in DC. There he is again, the sun is streaming, the sun is streaming. There he is again, the sun is streaming, the sun is streaming.